The copper coins. I recall the legend that lives within the city's annals, the tale of the man who decided to answer the petty tyranny of a parking ticket with the clumsiest currency at his disposal. It was a gesture of pure, albeit comical, defiance. A $200 fine transformed into a mountain of shiny, burdensome pennies. It was akin to throwing a grain of sand into the millstone of bureaucracy, but throwing it with such ferocity that the gears screamed. But then, that story leaped beyond the bounds of anecdote and took on a monumental, almost mythological scale. A certain property developer, whose vision of future real estate collided with an outdated, inflexible zoning code, was sentenced to a $20,000 fine. The sum was not just great, it was a tangible blow to his sense of fairness, a searing reminder of the cold indifference of authority, and then the idea was born. An idea as audacious as it was absurd. 2 million pennies. This was not merely a payment. It was an artillery strike. Materialized indignation embodied in 6 tons of copper and zinc. 12,000 pounds of pure, jingling revenge. He didn't just pay the fine, he delivered a mountain, a veritable copper massif, to the steps of the city office. I can only imagine the astonishment and the sudden, burning rage of the civil servants as this monetary landslide crashed upon their pristine marble floor. The city, of course, tried to retaliate. They, these guardians of order and efficiency, dared to charge a fee for the inconvenience, for the counting service. And here is the most delightful part. Did they truly think a man capable of assembling 6 tons of coinage hadn't anticipated this? He paid, and he paid naturally in pennies too. That was the true triumph, the absolute closing of the circle of vengeance, sealed with the chime of yet another handful of copper. The 5-minute fury. Suddenly the spirit of petty yet deeply personal struggle against senseless rules descended upon us in the most mundane of places. A parking spot, under a gray autumn sky. My mother, a woman who usually exudes calm and organization, experienced a sudden boiling indignation that day. It was about 5 minutes. Not an hour, not an overnight stay. 5 minutes, just to dash into a shop to pick up something essential. It was a quick, desperate race against time. But the worldly god of control was faster. She parked, barely had time to slam the door, and when she emerged, holding the needed item, a ticket was already glowing red on the windshield. It was as if the punishing angel of parking enforcement had been lurking around the corner, waiting for that single, microscopic moment of transgression. Their patience was endless, but only in waiting, their mercy non-existent. My mother stood there, holding the cursed ticket, her face contorted by bewilderment, turning into righteous anger. 5 minutes! She almost hissed, her voice low, tight with offense. Just 5 minutes? In that moment, I grasped the entire essence of the 2 million penny story. Parking tickets are not about order. They are the purest, unadulterated form of legalized petty larceny, clad in the thin paper of the law. They make no distinction between malicious violation and a momentary necessity. They only require your submission and your coin. Looking at my mother, at her powerless fury, I thought perhaps she too should have taken that path. Not for the money, but for the principle. To show this faceless machine that if they are willing to ticket for 5 minutes of human need, they deserve to spend 5 or even 10 hours counting her outrage, expressed in ringing, burdensome copper. It would have been the only adequate response to such a ridiculous, soulless measure.